For those of you that have been following me for a while, you know I don't really sing the praises of the Talmud. In fact, there's an awful lot of stuff in the Talmud I am vehemently opposed to. Anything that goes in opposition to the Torah should just be thrown straight in the garbage can. I also don't agree with a lot of the interpretations in the Talmud. However, with that being said, that doesn't necessarily mean that there's nothing of value in there. And it's often really nice to read it and get the viewpoints of the people that lived at the time, how they felt about something, what they taught. It broadens our perspective of cultural context. And oftentimes it's interesting to witness people going back and forth with interpretation in the Talmud. Often how a lot of us do today. With all that being said, I wanted to share something in the Talmud with you that I found interesting. This is Ramban on Genesis 15 about Abraham believing God and it being counted to him as righteousness. Something a lot of Christians argue about today with Torah observers. So let's check it out together and you can formulate your own opinion about it. And he believed in the eternal, and he accounted it to him for righteousness. Rashi's explanation is the Holy One, blessed be he, accounted it to Abraham for righteousness and merit because of the faith with which he had trusted in him. But I do not understand the nature of this merit. Why should he not believe in the God of truth, and he himself is the prophet, and God is not a man that he should lie? Furthermore, he who believed, and on the basis of this belief was ready to sacrifice his only son, the beloved one, and withstood the rest of the trials, how could he not believe a good tiding? The correct interpretation appears to me to be that the verse is stating that Abraham believed in God and he considered it due to the righteousness of the Holy One, that he would give him a child under all circumstances and not because of Abraham's state of righteousness and his reward, even though he told him, "Your reward shall be very great." Thus, from now on, he would no longer have to fear that sin might prevent the fulfillment of the promise. Now, although in the case of the first prophecy, Abraham had thought that the promise was conditional upon the recompense for his deeds, yet now, since he promised him that he should have no fear on account of sin, that he will give him a child, he believed that the thing is established by God, truth he will not turn from. For since this is a matter of righteousness of God, has no break in continuity. Even as it is written by myself have I sworn, saith the Eternal, the word has gone forth from my mouth in righteousness and shall not come back. In a nutshell, this interpretation says that Abraham believed God's promise to him because it was sealed by God's righteousness.